Check. Check. 1. Check. I'm seeing bars move. Bars are moving. Snap. Snap. Crackle. Pop. Yeah, that's right. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Put the cheese on the Ritz.
Saw, dude.
Oh, God, no.
Saw, dude.
No.
Get the saw, dude.
No.
Fucking saw.
Hello. My word has credibility, God damn it. Why do you look like you're melting?
We're fancy.
We are fancy. We're drinking this shit out of a gold can.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this crispy, refreshing episode of the CAMcast.
Brought to you by Miller High Life.
Champagne of canned beers.
Indeed.
Excellent. Excellent.
How synchronized?
It's like we know what we're doing.
We
God,
have a vague idea.
you know, sort of.
Some abstract thought.
Sort of, you know, here and there. Yes, I am Dear Leader, a.k.a. Doc Taste, Mike. Chuckling with delight. Professor of the Ghetto Arts, Uncle Radical himself.
Classes in session, bitches.
Hey, Dave, you want to close that door?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And joining me in the mood-lit office here,
Ooh.
yeah, Doc Bold, Mr. P-Car,
Hey.
Gavin Phuket.
How's everyone doing?
The mood lighting is working really well right now.
Yeah,
Oh my God, it's so sultry.
Captain's feeling a little sexy. Who wants to
Ooh.
come up and be sexy with the captain?
Gavin, why are you rubbing garlic butter on your nipples? Stop that. No. No! I said stop!
Oh.
Oh.
Home. Well, as you've seen on social media, this is probably our 1-year anniversary.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, it
We're
happened.
like 86% sure.
I mean, it happened sometime in the month of November, so
Around this time.
it was a couple weeks after SEMA last year, so I mean, we're in the neighborhood. We're close enough.
Sure. Love that.
I mean, I don't think I've missed a single home game since
missed one.
we started this.
You missed one.
The home game?
Yes.
Yeah, one here?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever missed
I
one
don't
here.
think so.
There was one where I remember being here and you weren't here.
Meh. We'll have to go through.
You know what? There was one where I was at a drift event.
I mean, our super fan Alex Crane would know all about that.
Or Luke Dreyer.
Or Luke.
Or any of our other super
Or
fans.
Dan.
I mean, if
Or
any of the
Sandy.
super fans are keeping track of when the professor has
Yeah, it was.
skipped
Well,
class.
Alex is a super fan, so he would
Yeah,
know.
it was.
Right.
It was one of the Tuesday Salt City Drift events that you were at.
I think you
That's
missed
right.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to have been like in June or July.
Something like that.
Maybe July?
Yeah.
I remember it was a Tuesday event. And
Or maybe it's before the Mustang? Before I drove that Mustang? Because I got
Maybe
hurt.
So, yeah, I think that's what it was.
It had to be before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
So-
think so. Yeah, because I recall prodding you so gracefully,
Yeah.
repeatedly about how Ford hurt you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those were good times. Anyway, yeah.
God,
So
bro.
we're all. Well, we're all here celebrating our 1-year anniversary. Probably.
Woo!
Yeah.
Pizza Dad's here in spirit.
He is.
Yeah.
We have pizza, and we're thinking about you, Dad.
Yeah, we're gonna do more 1-year stuff next week because he'll actually be here.
Yay!
Yay.
Well,
Yep.
allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
I mean, he's court appointed to appear, but we don't know if he will.
well,
this
you
remains
know.
to be seen.
How great it is.
You guys want
Well,
some
hey,
pizza?
so yeah, we love some pizza. Dish her up.
I'll
Pour
be-
flavor.
I'm okay for the moment, but yeah. I got to shoot off this text message because as soon as I get a response from this, I'll have some very exciting news.
Good news. Is it the Dacia Sandero?
No, but I do have some Amazon television related news.
Is it from Amazon Prime?
Yes, and it doesn't involve those 3 old British folks.
Damn it!
Yeah. Allow me to...
Please, yes, do expound.
So this is kind of old news, as it turns out.
Well,
No,
we aren't exactly cutting edge.
lovers not experts.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Ken Block is getting an Amazon show. What? Yeah.
Lol what?
Yeah. So it is a behind-the-scenes thing of Gymkhana 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be, him going around the world showing stuff off.
Okay.
Yeah, going to go to 5 different places across this lovely globe of ours, and it's apparently going to be unscripted. It's only going to be 8 episodes.
Allegedly unscripted.
Unscripted, air quotes.
Right.
So, yeah, behind every unscripted show is a room full of writers.
It's funny because it's true.
Indeed.
This show is real.
Show's totally real, dude. Street Outlaws is real.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, you were so right about this cheesy bread.
Oh.
Dude, yeah. How's it looking?
Holy shit, that is a good-looking pizza. What is that?
That is a barbecue chicken. So,
that looks like way different from the barbecue chicken we've been getting in the past.
Well, so that's because we did something a little different with it. I hit the well done checkbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
like, that doesn't look well done. That just looks appetizing.
well, yeah, like that. I usually do. So, pro tip, kids, from a fat guy: if you ever order pizza and you have the option to get something well done, and you're doing like a thin crust, definitely do that.
I can just feel the quality difference just picking that slice up.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
wholesome.
Good. Yeah, man. So,
Beautiful.
yeah. So, but back to the Ken Block thing. Yeah. So we don't have a release date yet. So, I guess keep your eyes peeled.
Now, I wonder, is any of this going to involve that new RS200 you just got?
It might. It's let me pull up the article real quick, but I believe it said it was going to be showing off some of the.
He's been showing it off on Hoonigan's, DT episodes.
Yeah, they did a daily transmission with
Yeah.
him and Scotto's RWB 964.
Right.
Yeah. So let's see. From the article on Engadget, written by Saqib Shah. I want to give him proper credit.
Indeed.
Yep.
And Gadget, I'm not going to lie, I have not read anything on that site in a minute.
Right.
I used to follow them almost religiously.
Oh, yeah. So let's see. Amazon is getting in on the action with behind-the-scenes look at the upcoming 10th Gymkhana installment. The series will follow Block on a globe-spanning tour with pit stops in 5 locations. His co-stars will be 5 Ford racers, one of which is getting built especially for the viral campaign. The 10th one really had to be the biggest and the best, says Block in the trailer above. And that involves rollicking through Detroit in Hoonicorn version 2. The twin-turbo Climbkhana variant of the Hoonicorn.
Yeah, that was the super crazy one.
Yeah, so
1,400 horse all-wheel drive.
Yep. So cool. That's yeah. That's pretty much all that there is. So yeah.
Meanwhile, just starting December 8th, we got the Grand Tour coming back, which is less than 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to binge watch the whole first season
Attaboy.
the week before that comes out. So I guess next coming weekend.
Yeah, you definitely should. Cause, wait, have you not seen any of it?
No, I've seen a majority.
Okay.
I think I've missed 1 or 2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So so that comes out a week from tomorrow as this is released. This is going to be coming out on the last day of November. So yeah, it comes out on December the 8th, which is the day before the NASA Utah banquet.
Hey.
Yes, which we will be recording some special live podcast out there. And by we, I mean I. So it's just going to be me and 3 empty microphones and whoever the hell wants to come over and talk. So
Radical.
I'll be there.
good. So you can pop in.
You should
Say
stop
what's
by,
up.
grab a microphone, talk some shit.
Yeah.
2 turntables and a microphone. That's
All
where
right.
it's at.
Just going to go ahead and
You should
turn-
probably put the microphone down if you can't speak through it properly.
Yes, so I did hear back on that text message.
Oh?
Yes, so good news. We have a sponsor.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yay! We have a sponsor!
Yeah.
Monies!
And I think I know who it is.
Yes, Steady Broke Clothing.
Aha!
Yeah.
Out of Southern California.
Yep.
Thanks,
our,
y'all.
Our one and only Tommy Woot.
Yes.
Mr. Tommy Ratspatheth.
Or as he is in my phone, Baron von Wootington. But yeah.
Sir Thomas Woot in the pants.
Yeah, Tommy Ratspathis. He started a company called Steady Broke. They do T-shirts, hoodies, all that stuff. And to celebrate the inaugural sponsorship of this glorious podcast, they have a discount. So if you go to Steady Broke, enter the code CAMAuto15,
Hey!
you can get 15% off.
How
Hey,
about that?
all right.
Yeah, so
Super hook up and shout out to Tommy.
yeah, so we all got our our Steady Broke shirts. They all say Broke AF on them. I wore mine yesterday because, living that late model out of warranty Volkswagen life. It's how I get down.
Broke AF. I feels that. Speaking of broke AF, I got another project car.
Oh, good. What'd you do this time?
Well, I'm not going to tell you guys, though.
Tell us off air?
Maybe.
Well,
I will tell you guys, it is a Ford product, but it is not a Taurus.
What?
Taurus Challenge driving experience. Go ahead and pound them beers, kids.
God damn it.
Why do we always have to pair those up?
Well,
Speaking of the Taurus Challenge, sorry, tangent here.
go
I think I'm going
ahead.
to change it up a little bit.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Well, you know how originally my idea was to make it its own race series.
Yeah.
The Facebook group, you guys can find it. It's Taurus Challenge on Facebook.
Yep.
It's kind of turned into more of a group of people who, I guess, or appreciate, or want to horrendously abuse in a racing environment, Sables and Tauruses.
Yeah.
And so now I'm thinking about maybe flipping the direction of Taurus Challenge. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
For the love of God.
Anywho, so I think I'm going to change it a little bit. Instead of it being its own race series, I think I'm going to kind of just make it a group or a culmination or a club, if you will, of people who want to or do race these cars. And I think I'm actually going to spin it a little bit and offer maybe some semi-sponsorships.
Yeah.
Thinking, pay an entry or, throw in some money on gas or something like that for anybody who's actually racing a Taurus and wants to put the Taurus.
So like
Challenge
membership
on their
fees. But in a different
Well, no,
light.
I would at that point be paying out of my pocket for advertisement. Is basically what it is.
Yeah.
And once we get enough of these cars out there and we get it known,
Yeah.
we'll start, maybe trying our own thing. But I don't know. I'm still working it over. So we'll see how it works out.
All
But
right.
I don't know if the Taurus Challenge in its original inception will exist, but I do want other people to go out and race them.
All
It's
right.
good to grow and to evolve and discover, what something actually is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just because you said something, one time and wanted it to be that doesn't mean that's what it's meant to be.
Yeah. So, anywho, just thought I'd throw that out there, that little nugget for all three of you that follow the Taurus Challenge.
Hey, we can very easily make that a linked group on the CAM Facebook page.
I mean, we totally can if you want.
I mean, might as well.
Sure.
I think this is the only place where I've talked about it.
Yeah,
Probably.
Nobody else
that
wants
works.
to listen, so...
Yeah, man. So, so we've got that going on. And then,
We've got a pretty short agenda.
yeah, we kind of... So, how the agenda usually works is I, on my lunch break, throw in a bunch of stuff in there. And then Gavin, then Gavin will throw something else in there. Dave will make a late entry.
Something.
But, today it was just, just kind of...
Well, I mean, I was working until pretty much the moment I pulled up into your driveway.
Yeah, so, it just, there's not... the LA Auto Show is happening, I guess, or is about to, or something.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's...
Well, by the time this comes out.
I don't know. Something like that. But, there's just not a lot going on.
I'm gonna browse through a couple of news sources.
Well, okay, let's be
real
real.
quick.
Some pretty big bombs have been dropped
Yeah.
over the last month or so.
Yeah.
With Tesla revealing their Roadster and their trucks.
Yeah.
Aston with a new Vantage.
Yeah.
And then, Chevrolet with the ZR1, the brand new ZR1.
Yeah.
Some pretty big bombs have been dropped lately, so doesn't come to a surprise to me, at least.
No, yeah, we just kind of hit that point where it's like a bunch of big news has come out, and now it's like this is just a natural low. Like, it can't be bangers all the time. Like, it has to be, like there has
the news ebbs and flows.
like there has to be some downtime.
Sure.
So, which
Life would be chaos if there wasn't any.
which works delightful for me because, I however much I like talking about some of this stuff, it also gets kind of tedious, and some of the stuff it's just on the agenda because we need something on the agenda.
Filler. It's filler.
Like the new Bentley GT3.
Ah, yes. Everybody's... They've remodeled the Houses of Parliament.
Indeed they have.
Yeah. So,
House is right.
yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I don't know how you don't, but yes, Bentley has made... Years ago, they made a GT3 spec version of the Continental GT road car. So instead of a W12, it is a V8. It is the size of a house, and it fucking moves. You know, like...
I think it comes with a coffee table.
I mean,
Comes with a mortgage.
You probably have to spend one in order to get it.
Probably, yeah.
it is a well-appointed 6-bedroom, 5.5-bath house.
With the backyard.
God in heaven. And a shed.
Yeah, I was going to say a covered backyard with a
God.
pool.
Yeah. No, so they redesigned it to go along with the redesign of the road car. So, I mean, that's how it goes with these, road car-based, essentially formula cars. Because GT3, GT4, it's not a formula like Formula 1 or IndyCar or whatever, but it's like, for it to be a GT3 or GT4 spec car, it has to meet certain criteria. So, in essence, it is a formula.
I mean, I like race car things that are based on road versions.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'll give it love.
That's kind of how I appreciate motorsport. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't been as much into F1.
Yeah,
Because I don't have as much of a relation seeing those cars driving around as I do with GT3 spec
That's where
racing
I'm at.
and road racing and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I mean, not to say I don't like it. I just don't relate.
Ooh.
And that's one of the ways I can't relate to NASCARs because those aren't cars that you can get
No,
off.
NASCAR has effectively punted on any sort of road going ability.
Sure.
They have nothing in common with a regular car.
No.
No.
But that Tide car totally looks like a Taurus.
I mean,
From a half mile away.
I mean, the
at
decals are on
180
point.
miles an hour.
Yeah, the decal lights.
Yep. Them sweet painted on headlights. How you doing? Yeah.
I'll dig it.
Yeah, NASCAR it has no basis in road cars. It is motor entertainment. It's
Motor entertainment with moving billboards.
Yeah,
I'll go with that.
that's really all that it is.
I like how they're doing so much with such archaic technology.
I mean,
Up until just
Yeah,
a few
and that is
years
the
ago,
one way to appreciate the motorsport for sure.
yeah,
Because
you gotta think up to a few years ago,
they
they
were
were still carbureted.
And they're still using 4-speed manual gearboxes.
Yeah, there's still a 4-speed gearbox.
Solid
There's
rear
still-
axle.
Yeah, solid
Oh
rear
my God,
axle.
yeah.
Double A arm front. Matter of fact, it's a truck arm rear suspension.
Jesus.
I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's basically two I-beams in the shape of a Y that support the rear axle. It's the control arms. And it was originally installed in mid-60s Chevy trucks.
Dear God.
I actually don't even think these cars have a steering rack. I think they still have a box.
They probably do have a box.
Yeah, there is nothing about a NASCAR that is a road car. It's it's a Chevy. It's got a Chevy engine in it. No, it doesn't.
No, it's
It has a Chevy badge on it.
I mean, at some point, that block was cast by Chevrolet, but it is no longer Chevrolet. No.
God, you know what? I even call shenanigans on the block being cast by anybody.
Oh,
I bet they're all custom cast or billet motors.
Yeah.
it's they're
Are they aluminum? I'm sure they're all aluminum.
I think they're iron block.
Are they?
I'm not sure.
I have no idea, but I know
I don't know. I just watch them turn left.
Yeah, but I know they're shockingly small. You would think they would be bigger, but I think they're only 360 cubic inches.
I want to
They're
say it was
making that much power?
374 cubic inches or something like that.
Yeah,
They're making 800 horsepower NA?
900, yeah. Restrictor plate races, after you pull the restrictor, I think they're 900.
Yeah.
Damn.
They're like Australian V8 supercar level of power.
But how?
When you've done the same thing for 60 some odd years,
Yeah.
you tend to get good at it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
these,
fair.
Yeah, these things are, they're built
There's
to
an
do
entire
one-
industry built on them.
Oh God, yeah. Oh.
You can get NASCAR spec this, NASCAR spec that,
Yeah.
NASCAR spec this.
And these things do rev to 9,000 RPM.
I think like 9,500.
Yeah.
They'll really stretch them out if they can't get any more gear in the back of the car to run high speeds like Daytona or Talladega.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, they're really revving them out.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's...
You got to think, that being the case, though, these things are making, revving 8,000, 9,000 RPM for, 200, 300 laps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Not a lot of downtime.
Right.
Yeah, like, what they do is insane, but it means absolutely nothing to, your Fusion or Camry.
Or your Malibu.
Yeah. Like, whatever the fuck it is you're driving, that has,
Zero impact.
Yeah. Like,
There isn't any trickle-down technology.
it is related to your car, your road car, as I am related to the King of Denmark.
Yeah.
The only things we have in common are we are both dudes. And that's about it.
I was going to say, you guys are white and probably have beards.
Yeah.
I would imagine the King of Denmark is
Well, I could see that, yeah.
whatever he is.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, you're... Like, if he wants to see something that is like a road car and actually applies to a road car, I mean...
Look elsewhere.
yeah, like, look at GT3 spec stuff, like sports car racing.
Yeah.
And
or even
like,
to a slightly lesser extent, WRC.
yeah.
Yeah, are those tube frame?
I mean...
Shouldn't be. I know they're extremely well caged.
Yeah.
But I think they're still a production unibody.
It's interesting. I was having a discussion with a friend of mine somewhat recently, and we were talking about, like, at what point does modifying a car ultimately change that car?
I think we had touched on that a little bit, you and I did.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny
few weeks
because
ago.
I was just watching the Daily Transmissions, and this car was actually also on Matt Farah's one-take show that read Starion.
Oh, the Conquest. The Conquest.
Oh, the Conquest. Yeah,
John
the
Lazarak's
the
Conquest.
LS swapped
Yeah.
car, and like everything's been turned. Every nut and bolt's been turned on that car.
Several times.
Yeah.
He's an engineer for GM.
I mean, yeah, and he's had the car for 20 years now.
Yeah.
He's had it since '98.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, at what point it's like, why would you buy that over literally anything else?
Yeah, I mean, well...
But he's had it that long.
Yeah. At that point, it's
not
it's
a
taste.
Conquest anymore.
No, that thing is far. Well, I mean, it does still have a.
It looks like
it does have a
Conquest.
Starion Conquest rear subframe in it still, and it still
it?
has the stock rear diff. I think it's even got stock rear axles. He might have drive shaft shopped axles in it now.
Yeah.
But
It's-
I mean, as far as that goes, I don't think there's much else that's stock
And it's still...
StarQuest on that.
Still has the Conquest VIN on there. Mm-hmm. That was on the Daily Transmission. That was a big thing they wanted to point out. I thought that
You
was
see the
fun.
turn signals, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
He used to sell those, actually. I thought about
Really?
getting a set back when I owned one.
Funny.
Yeah, when I was first into Starions, I remember when that car was still mostly stock with just a big intercooler and a big turbo.
Funny.
He's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
He's definitely an OG in the StarQuest world.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, for sure. I mean, he said he's had it since '98. So
Yeah.
So
He's
way
been
longer
around.
than I've been into him. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and that's kind of just, I think, an interesting point of, like, at what point does, like, modifying a car, like, where's the barrier? What I said was ultimately going from the OE chassis and, like, frame, whatever, and, like, going, like, two frame.
kind of like Nigel Petrie's engineered to slide cars, like the Tacoma that he built, or the Hilux,
The Lolux.
The Lolux, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That thing was from the ground up designed to be a jungle gym, using S chassis suspension, as a matter of fact. And it makes sense that it's got an SR in it, but
Yeah. Well, and then, there's like Rusty Slamington in its current iteration.
yeah, very GT spec looking car.
Yeah, like that thing is a Group 5 car with old 5 Series body panels just thrown on it.
Basically, I mean that.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. Was either that or it got turned into next year's Prius because of how
that thing.
how crazy falling apart that car was.
Yeah, well, and then the fire didn't help anything at all.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that car's had quite the storied history in his hands.
yes. But, I wouldn't call that thing a BMW anymore. Like,
I wouldn't say that that's 5 Series by any stretch anymore.
No.
That's far from an E28. I mean, it's probably registered as one.
Yeah.
And it's definitely got the head and tail lights.
Yeah, but it
and
is...
some semblance of door trim, but
That's it.
Yeah,
it would be. It's like Roadkill's NASCAR-Lo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They chopped and nipped and tucked a Monte Carlo body onto an old NASCAR chassis. So at that point, yeah, it's literally a NASCAR with an all-steel body on it. And I think we can all agree, though, that like the turning point is when you want to exceed the limits of the desired chassis.
Yeah.
When you cannot extract any more performance out of it without changing a major component of the chassis.
The actual geometry.
Right. When you change it from like a McPherson front to a double wishbone, or when you go from solid axle to IRS.
For sure.
You know, when you're going from body on frame to tube frame, or
because
your
at that
back
point, you may
halving
as
or
well just
front
choose
halving
something
your
else.
unibody. Right. Well, and it also comes down to preference as well. You know, some people would
Preference of what?
preference of the builder. I mean, some people still, at the end of the day, want, a 240SX because it's a car they identify with, they enjoy, they like looking at, they've liked working on.
I
now
just tried to keep my head objective about things like that.
Right. And like I said, it's all relative to what the person building it wants.
Yeah.
And what they're trying to do with it, I think. I mean, trust me, I would go tube if I had the ability. I would go build a crazy ass tube frame with just retarded suspension, and I would cut the guts out of the bottom of like a potato Taurus, and I would go shove it on there.
Sure.
And just have this mental car that just so happens to take the shape of a late '90s 4-door.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's where I'd be with it.
Oh. Yeah, it's like I was listening to the latest Maximum Driftcast episode.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. They had Farouk Kuge.
Yeah.
Yeah, who actually, after listening to it, he sounds like a hell of a nice guy. Just
I actually am sure he's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, he runs Sonoma Drift.
Right.
So, and it just kind of sucks that, the E90 happened. But he has a sense of humor about it.
Well,
But
is what it is.
Yeah, and they also had Aaron Losey on from Lone Star Drift.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was very interesting.
So how'd that go out? I haven't seen that one, or I haven't listened to that.
Yeah. It is very interesting because my problem is Losey keeps saying grassroots and pro-am like interchangeably.
No,
they're not.
I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah,
and I think you know that.
Yeah, it's just like you either need to cleave those two things in half because grassroots is just going out there and playing dumb drift games with your friends and just like trains.
Going out there and emptying your outbox.
Yeah, pro-am is like you have a purpose. You are trying to like compete,
right,
and win.
You are attempting to, be in the favor of these judges.
Yeah, like you're not necessarily trying to get like a Formula D license, but you are, competing against people. The objective is to win.
Right.
With grassroots, it's like, yes, I would like to see if we can merge our doors into one.
Yes.
That sort of thing. But, like, some of the, they were talking about how, now there are a lot of things that I'm actually going to write about because I was taking notes at work. This is what I do.
Nice.
These are your tax dollars at work, people.
You do have a government job, don't you?
Me listening to fucking podcasts and taking notes.
Well, I mean, our taxes could be going to far worse things.
Yeah, they are. So don't worry about it, people.
Thanks for being the buzzkill on that one.
You're welcome. Anyway,
by the way, Gav, you want to hit me with a slice of pizza there? The deluxe there looks great.
Yeah. Is the well done going over well? You liking it?
Oh, dude, that was amazing.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Shout out to Marcos.
Yeah.
For continually hooking it up with the good pizza.
The official, unofficial sponsor of the Camcast?
Don't worry, we're going to try to make that official. We're going to try to lock that in.
That's our next sponsorship.
Yep. So,
well, welcome again to another episode of the Camcast, sponsored by Still Broke.
Or Steady Broke.
Steady Broke, sorry.
Steady Broke and Marcos.
Steady Broke and Marcos Pizza.
You go hand in hand. But
I'm broke, but I got this dank pizza.
Yeah.
And this super cool shirt.
I got food for a few days. We're set. Pro tip, like one of those $5 hot and ready from Little Caesars, you can stretch that to like 4 meals.
Well, yeah.
Easily. Like, trust me, you can make $5 stretch 2.5 days. if you really play your cards right.
I mean, you could stretch it a whole week if you want to do like pizza, Hot Pockets, and ramen.
I mean,
You're getting all your wheat.
I think at that point the pizza's gonna you're gonna start playing Russian roulette with. Anyway, yeah, but the whole what point is a car not what it was? I would say look at Formula Drift, because a lot of the dudes with S chassis or whatever with these crazy V8s and everything, it's it looks like an S13 or an S14.
There's really not a lot left in the car that is OE.
Yeah,
or as designed.
Shock tower to shock tower, it's, still, but...
I mean, it's very, very, Australian supercar.
Yeah.
It's, where they're required, like you said, front to rear shock towers. It's a production car.
Yeah, but, it is...
There's not a lot you can change in a drift car between those 2 points.
Nope, and you can't, there's a lot you can't do, but the stuff that you can do is, you're not... some of these top cars, they are not S13s and S14s.
Right, they just take on the shape.
Yeah, or even Dai Yoshihara, he's got a GT86 with a turbo LS3 in there.
Right.
That's not the same car at all. So,
but suspension geometry is still the same, and right?
To a point, but it's...
everything's been beefed up.
It's probably been moved within the allowable limits of the rules.
Yeah, and also, a lot of the steering components are complete, if you put a box stock GT86 up on a lift, and you put one of these, pro cars on there, and you look at it, it's oh, yeah, no. Suspension arms are completely different, rack's been moved, all this,
Gotcha.
It is a very different
It's
thing.
a pretty in-depth deal. Oh, yeah. I've been doing a lot of homework on E39s, the 5 Series Beamers, because what do you know? I've got a drift car, one of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to be building knuckles probably over the winter.
Okay.
For those who want to slide their big, manly 5 Series sedans.
I want to slide your big, manly 5 Series
Hold on.
sedan.
I mean, it's not
Drift
manly,
Samurai.
but it's big. Yeah! Samurai!
Yeah.
Drift Samurai!
Yeah, those who know, you know what's up.
Now you know.
Well,
And
it's
if
funny.
you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, get on YouTube and look up Drift Muscle. It's getting harder to find, but it's out there still.
Indeed.
Anyway, yeah. But, well, speaking of things, God willing, tomorrow morning, or yesterday morning as you listen to this, I will become GTI-less.
Yes!
Yes.
So that means you're going to be getting something from the Honda camp again?
I've had a hard-on for TSXs.
I'm all right with this.
Yeah. It's an Accord in a fancy suit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I like driving TSXs.
Yeah. I mean,
It doesn't even matter if it's got a manual or an auto. They're an amazing car to drive.
it is going to be a slush box because that's all is available in my budget.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is they carry quite the price premium for
Ooh.
having an extra pedal.
Oh, yes.
But, the auto isn't terrible in those cars, though. It's
No,
not
that's
an awful...
Well, see, Honda programmed them fairly well, too. They're
Yeah.
still fairly intuitive, and you can still manually shift them.
It's funny how Honda is known as a company that make a lot of boring quote unquote cars, but they make their shit really well.
Oh, yeah.
And actually make it their cars surprisingly engaging for considering they either make family sedans or
Oh, yeah.
full size, mid size,
Yeah.
whatever.
You're getting into a decent car, no matter what it is you get. And, me and Dave remember, it was all of the cool Hondas when we were kids. It was Econo boxes that somebody shoved a slightly larger motor into. You went from a single cam 1.5 liter to a twin cam 1.8.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it made all the difference in the world.
Oh, God, yeah.
Now, that was what was nice about them, is that they were the Econo box that you could really kind of explore your own ideas of performance with.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
even
the
in
aftermarkets are so massive for these cars.
and even
God, yeah.
today though, looking at modern day Accords, a good buddy of mine has one, and the ability that car has to carry speed through corners will shock you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They've done their homework on the cars that people have modded over the
But
last
the
30
people
years.
that but generally people that either drive Honda Accords or just the masses in general don't see the Honda Accord as this thing that is like a fast car.
No.
I mean, they're not powerful cars.
And I've always joked too. It's like the people who don't know anything about cars or aren't car guys are the ones standing around the water cooler in the office talking about how fast their mom's V6 Accord is.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, there's some ground to that. Like
There's a little bit of ground to that,
anymore.
yeah.
They're 300 horsepower cars that weigh 3,400 pounds. I mean, power to weight's pretty good on
not
those
bad.
things right out of the box.
I mean, that's what
Not
a
at all.
lot of sports cars were doing like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been caught off guard more than once by an Odyssey. I'm going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
the new one's like
3.5,
280 horse.
3.7. I
Yeah.
think they're in the 300s now.
The new one's 280.
Is it 280?
Yeah.
Dear God. Yeah.
But still, I mean,
Remember the thing called the G35?
oh man,
280 horse.
oh man, yeah, and that was a rev up VQ35.
Yeah.
Oh man, and now you got minivans doing that.
Yeah.
I like the Nissan Quest has the VQ35 in it.
Does it?
Yeah,
I-
it's a front wheel drive VQ.
Sure.
It's Ultima and Maxima based.
Yeah. That's
But-
funny.
and
I
even
never
those-
thought about that.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
Even
yeah.
those with a CVT, they'll still bark the tires off a green light, and then they'll stay with most cars that were considered fast 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the dust a lot of, are here, like we talked about last week. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all remember how great the S2000 was, and then we watch it get dusted by like a fucking, Sienna.
Don't do it, Jesse. He's got over $100,000 under the hood of that car.
That's the second time I've heard that today.
That's just a Honda 2000.
Oh, dear God. Oh. Can we...
Mind you, the car came out the same year the Fast and the Furious came out. 2001 in North America.
Yeah.
They were building them in 99,
Yes.
but I guess they came
The
out.
rest of the world got them in 99 and 2000. We didn't get them until 2001 model year.
Interesting.
So Q4 of 2000.
Christian's old S2000 was built in August of 99.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Yeah.
It's probably the same deal like FDs that were brought to the United States as 93 models were built at the end of 91.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
Interesting. Well,
just dropping a little nugget of knowledge on you
there you
kids.
go. Well, so speaking of Fast and the Furious, can we all agree that it's a little weird that people are hosting cruises and meets where people drive like jackasses to remember a guy who died in
4 years ago?
in a car accident because somebody was driving like a jackass?
It really is ironic, isn't it?
Like, the ironing is delicious on that one.
I really want to just crash one of those meets.
I don't.
And-
I don't.
I want to
And
stay
like,
really,
and
really
come
far
up
away
with
from it.
with a big like a 10-foot tall and 20-foot wide Paul Walker shrine.
Jesus.
Just creep everyone the fuck out. Just so they know how weird the shit really is.
Yeah,
This gets under my skin because we learned a couple years ago not to fuck with Paul Walker meets and just a bunch of ricers getting together and
Well,
doing
especially after that one kid screwed a bunch of people out of money.
that was fun.
Yeah, and there's some parental abusive charges against him as well.
The
and,
guy had a whole bunch of dirt under his own name, but still, the fact of the matter is, he used it saying this Paul Walker charity, this, that, and the other, and pocketed the cash.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
right out the gate, you've got scumbags running it, and then you've got all these other shitheads that are going out destroying.
Yeah.
They're treating every parking lot meet like a sideshow.
yeah, which...
Yes.
And I fucking hate sideshows.
God. Like, there is a time and a place, and the time is not now, and the place is not here.
The drift cop is going to come out of goddamn retirement and kick y'all's asses if I see another goddamn sideshow.
I need to get another Drift Cop Dave
I'm
sticker
going to be mad.
after I get rid of the...
I think I
GTO.
might
Oh,
still
yeah.
have one or two. I'm
Good.
not sure.
Well,
Yeah, Drift Cop Dave is in retirement.
but
Everybody good on beer? You want another beer?
I'm set, thank you.
I'm doing all right.
All right.
So, yeah, I just... That was,
Round 2 brought to you by Park City Brewery Last Pitch Session IPA.
Ooh.
attaboy. Oh, by the way, if you work at a local brewery here in Salt Lake or
Yeah.
Utah, I mean, we drink responsibly.
We
you
do.
know? Yeah, we have a couple. We have some pizza. We talk cars. I mean,
And this is carried over, a couple hours.
Yeah.
That we'll have maybe 1 or 2 beers.
Exactly. Like, if we're gonna, get rowdy and party, there are plenty of couches,
Yeah.
so...
I mean, there's a basement to sleep in.
Exactly.
Comfortable down there, if
Yeah.
a bit cool.
I mean, I got plenty of fleece blankets and stuff like that, so
Oh,
nobody's
yeah.
going to go off and do anything dumb. I'm just saying, Bohemian, Squatters, Uinta,
Epic.
Fisher, whomever,
Indeed. All of the above.
we will gladly promote your product in our meager way.
I mean, screw it. Even if you guys just want to give us like a 6-pack every week,
Yeah.
we'll still
A
appreciate
6-pack
it.
a week would do us well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 2 each.
Yeah, that gets us...
Exactly.
That
That'd be
literally
exactly
gets us
perfect.
through. That gets us through perfectly. Yeah. So...
Or a
And
party
if we
box
have
a week
guests,
would be dope.
we'll just we'll just buy some more beer because we like to support local.
Yeah.
That's true. Always buy local if
Yep.
you can.
Exactly.
Yep.
If, do that if you can. If you can't, try to find it from somebody small.
I
I
mean,
mean we
that's-
love our Miller Genuine Drafts, but our Miller High Life as we're drinking.
Yes.
Sorry, I cracked open my Park
No,
City.
you got sidetracked. I get it. I mean, that's
And
one of the
every
big.
time I go for a party box, I go for one that was made in Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always go for Wasatch party boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wasatch is good.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if I'm just getting a bunch of if I'm going somewhere where I know I have to provide plenty of beer for plenty of people, yeah, I'm gonna get like a 30 rack of PBR or like a suitcase of hams. But if it's like
Yeah,
a
buddy.
small little gathering, friends, people I want to sit and talk with, spend an evening with,
Quality time.
exactly. Gonna grab a party box or
Mm-hmm.
what they've been doing at a lot of the grocery stores at the bottom of that make your own 6-pack thing, make your
Yeah.
own flight thing. They have some of the bigger bottles of the more smaller batch stuff.
Oh,
So yeah, you went to did a coffee 801 that was delicious.
Really?
oh, really?
Oh, it was-
I really like the 801. So
Oh, it was delightful.
Interesting.
Oh,
sounds good.
Yeah. So I
Did it taste more like a Rogue?
kind of
Okay.
but I mean it was just
Disclaimer: we are not beer snobs.
no, God no.
I tried to be when I turned 21. I tried to be.
My favorite local beer is still, I'll always get some sort of pilsner, like the Bohemian Czech Pilsner,
Yeah.
or the the Uinta 801, which everywhere else it's just called the
Give me another slice of that deluxe.
yeah, it's called just the Uinta Pilsner everywhere else.
It's good shit.
Yeah, in this state it's the 801 because 801 means something here. It means shit elsewhere. Sure, yeah. But
I
yeah.
mean, it means shit here too.
But yeah, and for those who Pilsner's kind of like that light goldeny stuff. Usually, that's what your cheap beer is.
Right.
So I'm not a snob. I used to try to be the IPA guy, but God, that is so hard to do. An IPA is a real aggressive thing to try to drink several of in a night.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I quite like my session IPAs.
oh yeah.
So-
I'll have one, but I mean, trying to do a full evening of those. It's like eating ice cream for breakfast. You just that's not a good way to start the day.
No.
No. Oh. But, remember how we were talking about daily drivers and me getting a TSX and needing a Drift Cop Dave sticker from either Dave or, shout out to a friend of the program, Brad, who made them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But,
Bradley
whatever it is.
Harvigsson. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Neither do I.
It's like Norse or something.
It's,
Viking.
Fucking
I don't know.
Viking.
yeah.
I mean, he looks like a Viking, so it counts.
Yeah.
Sure.
But, anyway, question this week was, what is your ideal daily driver? And we got quite the responses on this.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I gather, you people are either, you're one type of insane or another. Either just fucking crazy-ass insane or insanely bougie and aspirational, which, more power to you, but,
Good fuck with that.
Word.
I can get down with either one, but, dear sweet God, some of the stuff that you guys want to daily drive,
It concerns us.
we...
Have you read any of that?
I haven't.
Oh, this is going to be fun for you. So,
Yeah.
Matt Barker, VR6 turbo swapped first gen MR2.
Yo.
Yes, Queen Slay.
I too want to die in a spectacular fashion.
Now, this Matt Barker guy, he's the same guy that's currently doing the 180.
Yeah. he
Yeah.
is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so your insanity makes sense, Matt.
Yep. Let's see.
From one Volkswagen motor enthusiast to another. How you doing?
Yeah. Let's see. Nick Stuckamania. Stock E39 M5 or
Yes.
an 04 to 07 GTO with the Monaro bumpers and things, so it actually looks good.
Yes,
I'm
because
down
I
for that.
agree. The Monaro looks way better than the GTO.
It definitely does.
It does.
And yes, stock M5.
Stock E39 M5 down.
Yeah.
They make the right noises out of the box.
They have
The right amount of pedals.
Yep.
they've got proper hustle for the size they are and their age now.
And for the fact that they're naturally aspirated 400 horse.
Yeah. Let's see,
Hell of a car. I love the chassis. It's still touted as one of the best handling four-door sedans ever made.
Oh, God, yeah. Like, that's the thing that everybody's chasing after.
That's what Chevy chased after with their SS.
I mean,
And now Kia is trying to chase after with their Stinger GT.
Yep.
right.
So-
I'm just going to throw it out there. BMW thought the E39 chassis was so great that they based the E60 almost entirely off of it.
Really?
Yeah, looking at Asian Mike's E60 on the lift next to the rental, the front suspension is almost identical.
Wow.
There's some minor geometry changes, and everything is a little bit larger, but for the most part, everything up front is the same.
Interesting.
Rack location, subframe design, control arm location. I mean, struts are interchangeable.
Huh.
Like, we
Are
have
the E60 struts better? Just like stiffer? or-
slightly. I mean, we're putting coilovers on his E60.
So it doesn't
and
matter.
The box it came in was labeled for E39 and E60.
Funny.
But, yeah, so, I mean,
The more you know.
BMW thought it was good enough to run it for another 7 years. So,
So,
when you've got almost 2 decades of the same thing and the cars are still performing, you done something right.
oh, yeah.
Word.
And so, moving on,
Mm-hmm.
we've got...
We haven't talked about what our favorite daily drivers are.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Canadian friend of the program, Tyler Grosskopf. He says,
Oh, hey.
LS400 on air.
It's one way to do it.
I mean,
I've
that's pretty plush.
heard legends of the Super Comp, but have never experienced this glory. I mean,
We need to find somebody with a bagged LS400.
I mean,
to
just
let you park ass in.
an LS400. It's a pretty cushy place to be.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really is quite true.
Oh yeah. So
I mean, Joey can definitely shed some light on that. His was even dumped on coilovers, and
It was still
Yeah.
nice.
it
Oh,
was
yeah.
still plush.
it was nice. It was not a bad place to be. Derek Edgington, a W212 E63S wagon, best daily ever conceived.
You say that because you daily drive an E350 estate.
Dan, friend of the program, Dan Chelinsky responds, except you were wrong, the W124 wagon is.
Which, because he owns one.
Exactly, the white one.
Uh-huh.
The
Yep.
Hammer lookalike, isn't
Yes.
Oh,
That one's getting some love, too, by the way.
it? I haven't seen it yet. Or have I?
I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I don't know if you've seen it in
I
person.
saw it like the third day it was in the state.
Sure.
He went to lunch with Mike and I, and
Nice.
Yeah,
Wait, where
man,
did he get it from?
he bought it from a gentleman who in Illinois who imported it from Japan. Its original manufactured destination was Japan.
Bro, so
So
JDM.
it is a German. It's a German export car.
Sure.
So it was originally manufactured for Germany to be exported to Japan. So it's
That-
still left-hand drive,
Right.
But everything's in clicks and liters,
Gotcha.
and everything is E-code. Everything's European. So it's got the headlight rheostat. It's got the glass headlights. It's got all the options that our W124 wagons didn't get. So, but yeah, pretty solid car. Needs a couple of minor bits, but it's been really well taken care of. And you could still smell Tokyo in it.
good.
Absolutely.
well, like cheap cigarettes and
Cheap cigarettes and salty air.
word
Word.
Yep. Let's see,
words.
yeah. Quinn Fillet says RS7. Shout out to Quinn and his WRX. There's STI that's coming along.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember Quinn and his
Yeah, the-
white STI that shot fire. He's been through a few since then.
Well, yeah. I mean, That car at one point in time, his nickname was Cocaine, wasn't it?
Yeah, that caused him some problems.
Because it's so expensive?
Well, no, because it was
white on white.
Oh.
White on white, baby.
Yeah.
And he had the word cocaine on his windshield for a while.
Yeah,
I think that caused some issues with
Just
local
a
law
few.
enforcement.
Probably.
So
Shout out to somebody who was willing to put the word cocaine on their windshield.
yeah. So it was an interesting little exchange. Keaton Smith says, I'd say that my ideal daily would have to be a TRD spec Tacoma, one with 4 doors and an automatic trans, 4x4 also, just because I don't like dailying my manual to school every day and in traffic. Then also so that my wife can drive it if she needs to. Dan Chilinsky responds,
Very
teacher wife.
reasonable.
Yeah, well, then Dan responds, teacher wife to drive manual, and the need for an auto is no longer required. Then Keaton says, I don't see why I would need to teach her if I don't even want a manual.
I mean, that's fair.
That is fair. Did Dan have anything to say to that?
Nope, that was it.
Yeah, you can't really respond to that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a pussy.
I don't think it's like I've been daily driving a manual, and I really wanted an automatic.
No lie, I do miss driving my Dodge in traffic.
Yeah.
Now that I'm commuting in my manual swapped.
Oh, yeah.
back.
Well,
the
like,
traffic I hit every day.
so how I got here was, getting on I-15 at 21st South, basically.
And it's been garbage from there to here.
Well, yeah, because I get off at 6.
Rush hour.
Yeah, it's like
Prime time to stay in the parking lot.
basically.
Yep.
I may as well walk. And I've been thinking about like what my next car is going to be, manual or DSG or what I want to do. And I do think it is a rite of passage as a gearhead to have the daily a manual car. But God, that's going to suck when that happens.
It ain't gonna be fun, but we all had to suffer.
It has to happen.
You know?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's
Another nugget for you guys. This Project Ford that I have picked up, it will have a slush box in it.
okay.
Just throwing it out
And it's
there.
not a Taurus.
That's not a Taurus.
Is it a tempo?
It is not.
Damn it!
Is it a probe?
No, but I did. I owned a probe for 72 hours. A first-gen probe turbo.
Wow.
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 Oh, wow.
Had an AutoZone boost gauge in it.
Attaboy.
Dude.
Word.
The only thing I did to that car besides drive it for that 72 hours was pinch off the wastegate line.
Nice.
Those little fuckers at 15 pounds get gone.
Fly.
They get gone.
They're not big.
No, I mean, they're a fairly small vehicle, all things considered. I don't even know if they're considered a midsize. I think they're still considered a hot hatch because they're technically a liftback.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Well, all right.
I mean, shout out to anybody who is a friend of the program that drives or enjoys the Ford Probe.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to know someone who's a proctologist, so that drives a probe.
All right.
I want to say that was an attempt at a dad joke, but I think it just kind of happened.
That's moving on.
Mission accomplished. In the words of our former president, mission accomplished.
Strategery. Our boy John.
Nuclear.
The S
Put the
is
microphone
silent.
down. Put the microphone down.
Our boy John goes by the screen name of Chink and Lee. Yeah, he's an OG Honda dude.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he's had a few Type R Tegras.
Yo, what up, Chinkle?
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's got a couple of them right now.
Yeah, I think he's got a couple
he's
Phoenix
on
Yellows.
3.
Yeah, I think they're all Phoenix Yellow, too.
Yeah, they are all pies.
Yeah. But
And I think, I mean, I know he's in it now for the collector value.
Yeah.
He has to be. I mean, he was posting the other day about a championship white
Oh, yeah.
US spec going for $10K with relatively low mileage. Actually, I think it was $15K. It was some number that was not expected. But yeah. Shout out to Chink.
Yeah.
What up, dude?
he loves his TSX. He's got, same vintage TSX that I'm looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sean Zaragoza also was all about that TSX life.
He's another OG Honda guy.
Yeah.
DA.
Oh, yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. That was fun. Let's see. Back to Dan Chilinsky. Working on my perfect daily. Just need to upgrade power and suspension on the W124, and it will be perfect. Time
swap the world.
for some supercharged M113K V8 power in its future.
He's, side note, Dan is using our, mine and Mike's 190E M113 swap as kind of the test bed to figure out what exactly he needs to do, so he doesn't have to cut his shit up like we do.
Right. We'll let you take the hit.
Yeah.
We're gonna molest this perfect little buttercream 190E,
Oh, dude.
so that way you know exactly what spot welds you have to drill
Let somebody
while I'm welding them back together.
let somebody else just, blaze the path.
Because here's the thing, I'm not afraid to swing a hammer at our little cream puff.
Oh, no.
I don't want you coming anywhere near your car with a hammer, Dan. If we're going to be beating anything with a hammer, it's the FX32.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, driving experience with that car?
Oh, we have to.
I
A
mean-
twin-engine Corolla,
That has to happen.
and I mean it's plated.
Yeah.
It's registered.
Things are going
He
to...
drove it to
Dear God.
work a couple
Yeah.
of times.
Yeah, you drove it on 215.
Yeah. So... yeah,
What a guy!
It'll be
Super shout out.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Dave Kazarian of NASA, Utah. He says,
Okay.
he says a Carrera 4S.
Like
Has one. Or
Like
no,
you
it's
do.
for two. Just kidding.
Yeah. Let's see. Superfan Luke Dreyer. Honestly, my ideal daily driver has been my Maxima. It has everything I want in a vehicle: comfortable ride, fairly roomy interior, great integration with technology, decent acceleration, reasonable fuel economy, and it's not a Camry.
I mean, I'll give you that. You don't.
Those are our wins on all counts.
Yeah, you don't see his body style Maxima that often anymore.
Is he talking about the new one?
I have no idea. He posted a
Because he has
picture.
a new one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it
he
is
does
the
have
new
a
one.
He has a new.
Okay.
The new.
I thought he was
Yeah.
talking about the old one. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it not the Primera? Is that not the ideal daily driver?
Apparently not. Guess
I mean, it's the ideal daily driver if you deliver mail.
zing.
Yeah, it would. Right.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see.
Hashtag rural mail carrier.
So Taylor Hatch, the best daily I've ever owned was my WRX wagon. I daily a 2013 328i currently, and honestly, I miss the wagon life.
You know,
Wagon life is king.
he's not the first person I've heard say that,
No.
actually.
Missing
I mean,
wagon life?
yeah. You got to think the mid 90s all the way up to about 2007 or 2008 when they really started changing Subarus. They're really solid cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, just don't, beat him up.
exactly.
I mean,
Well-
you stick to the rule set that the NA cars are bulletproof and the turbo ones you got to treat like they're glass, already cracked glass.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You're pretty hard on your Outback, and it's
I'm
holding up
not
really
nice
well.
to it.
No, you're
No.
not.
I've slapped her around a little bit. I'm a
And the fact that there's almost a 2 in front of 5 other numbers on the odometer is pretty good.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got to think.
There have been some issues. There were issues towards this time last year.
Right.
And that was a little stressful, but I got over that hump, and then it's been okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I have
It's.
to oil-
I feel like
I have
it's.
to have an oil leak.
Well, I mean, it's a Subaru. It's going to have one of those.
It's not leaking oil. It's the needs more oil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's about where it is. But yeah, so I mean, look at my car. I'm almost this. Well, I'm just slightly ahead of you in mileage, in a car that's 5 years older, 6 years older.
It's an
You're
05
an
model
0
year. We bought in September. of
Okay.
04.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm a 99, so
Yeah.
5 years,
Yeah.
6 years, 5
Yeah.
years. Yeah, whatever.
Something
Oh.
like
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
It's funny because our cars feel very different.
Well, they are very different.
Because there was even a generation between us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
'Cause you're-
and Mike, your brother had one.
Yep.
He had a Legacy.
Yeah. You had a 2000 Legacy GT.
Yeah.
So
A car I actually almost tried to get. I was going to say tried, but I didn't put any effort towards it because I didn't have money.
yeah.
But that's the body style Legacy I wanted. Was the 3rd generation Legacy sedan.
Yeah.
And because his was a GT, it had all the right options and the 2.5.
Yep.
Right, but it's still NA.
It's
Yep.
still an NA, but it was a 5-speed car, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't automatic.
Oh, was it an auto? Okay,
Yeah.
well, regardless, those are easy to swap.
Yeah. So
As you know.
yep.
Well, I
So-
mean, they're easier than mine. But
Yeah, so I also put this question into two very different groups on Facebook. I put it in the Utah Association of Euros group, where Pizza Dad is a admin.
Indeed.
Yeah, so he chimed in first. He's got, because he has that Mini Cooper.
That's right. He's
Yep.
got the new Cooper S.
Yeah. Kyle DePreez, he asked the question. This is kind of where it gets interesting. His question was realistic or dream. I didn't respond. I just kind of let him, just play jazz out there. He says,
Okay.
because I only do dream RS6 Avant or an E63 AMG S Estate or a 991 911 Turbo.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Cameron Richards says a Tesla, because of course he does.
He's the kind of guy I could see driving a P100D, honestly.
Yeah.
And it would be lowered on some fresh as fuck wheels.
A Model S P100D or a Toyota Camry Hybrid.
Yeah.
That's what he's throwing out.
Also, I could see Cam rocking a Camry Hybrid.
Fucking, yeah. Let's see.
That man has, like, the greatest diverse taste.
Yeah. Let's see. Clark Peterson, metallic gray Volvo V70R with a 6-speed manual, dark tan leather seats, big turbo, but keep the exhaust quiet. No exterior mods, save for a blacked-out front-mounted intercooler and a light debadging. Maybe even some non-R wheels to round it out.
Gee, that sounds kind of specific, Clark. Are you in the market?
No need to apologize for being specific, Clark. We like details like that.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Knowing that he daily drives an XC70 and enjoys it.
Yeah.
At least I hope he enjoys it. Last
Yeah.
time I talked to him, he did.
So let's see. Christian Main jumps in.
Our boy Christian. Captain Slow, what'd it do?
He says a Ferrari GTC4 Lusso.
Okay.
All right, whatever. Then Brandon jumps back in. Oh, if we're doing dream/future, somebody is very aspirational, borderline delusional.
Damn.
Then it would have to be an R8 V10 or a Ferrari 458. What daily the shit out of a 458?
I mean, I think if you're going to daily a Ferrari, a newer Ferrari, that's probably going to be the one to daily.
Oh, it has to
That
be.
would be, for sure, because it's the most refined of the NA cars.
It's
Yeah.
the most docile of the ones they produce,
Yeah.
I would say.
California's are.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
So, let's see.
I got a couple. So I posted this on Motor United.
Man, I got a few more, then we'll jump to you, and then we'll see what the Drift Kids had to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Damn
sorry.
it, Gavin.
I'm sorry. People actually want to interact with us, Gavin. Gonna be a.
I thought we're done.
No, I'm
Just
not.
let them love you.
Just take the fucking compliment. Jason Lunt says an A/S/RS6 swap, but since Americans can't be trusted with nice things, that's very true.
I mean,
I'll take an A/S/RS7 or a Tesla Model S.
okay.
Mitch Allen says, my 04 WRX wagon was the best daily I've ever had. Dream daily would be an E63 AMG wagon with 4MATIC. Richard Chapman has a problem with the... which one?
Mitch Allen.
Yeah, Mitch Allen. He wants...
E63.
Yeah, let's see. Richard Harris says, definitely not the pictured TSX. I had one of those a few years back, and it convinced me to go back to German cars. Ironically, the TSX is the thing that is pulling me away from German cars, and the GTI has pretty much turned me off for a very long time. So, right now I think my ideal daily, I could agree with this, though. My ideal daily would be a BMW M6 convertible, manual, with the S85 V10. Give me that weird-ass looking car with that funky motor.
That Bangle butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Chris Bangle car.
Fuck
It
yeah.
looks like a melted popsicle.
Not be seen dead in that generation.
I
drop
get-
top.
I can get behind.
Sick. No.
I can get behind that goofy ass bullshit.
I like those about as much as I like the folding hardtop SC430. Spoiler alert, I fucking don't.
Described by Jeremy Clarkson and James May as the worst.
The worst car ever made.
Uh,
That car stands out to me. That particular show, that episode stands out to me because I 110% agree with everybody when they say that is the worst car in the world.
It was the last car ever made to offer a takedown.
I'm not surprised.
haters
They
in
had to
the building.
cater to the rest of the United States.
It just seems so Beverly Hills. Like,
Really is, though.
that car. It's
Really
like
is, though.
the
'Cause I bet it-
physical embodiment in car form of Beverly Hills.
It's totally a Barbie car.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised it wasn't optioned as pink.
I wonder if there are any pink Mary Kay LC430s.
Oh, no.
I mean, the only Mary Kay cars I've ever seen have been like,
Cadillacs.
yeah, So-
American
I
shit.
know, but I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Oh, well, there's got to be somebody out there. Anyway, but speaking of Toyota products and things with cassette players, Taylor Chapman, Off the top rope, 96 Corolla with a cassette player. Fuck yes, son.
Yo.
Those who are here.
Got to have the 4AFE, the automatic. It's got to be the base model, so it has
Cloth interior.
crank windows.
Ooh.
Like beige cloth.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It needs to be beige on beige.
Yeah.
Or even worse, white on beige.
No, beige.
Because you know how many... Okay, let's be real. How many of that body Corolla or its equivalent sister, the Geo Prism, the Chevy Prism, do you see in white or that garbage wine red with tan cloth and power nothing?
I mean, it's...
I see him in like green.
Yeah, I see a lot of green.
Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And maybe a blue.
Okay.
Dark blue.
I occasionally see the beige.
My
No.
girlfriend had one in college.
No.
All right.
No. It's,
Manual everything.
Yeah.
oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't even think a high option version of that car got a tack, so...
Dude, that's amazing.
The one that she had attack.
Oh, okay. Well, then apparently it was like an LE or something like that. I don't know. Which is weird if it was like manual everything, but it had a tack. That's kind of a weird option.
Yeah, that is.
It was a 93.
That's really strange because like they don't typically give you any form of instrumentation. Like I'm surprised they didn't get.
I have video footage of attack rising and falling.
Interesting. Well, I mean, not to say that it doesn't happen because I have seen them with tachometers, but they've typically been.
It's like a modified, street scene kid's car. It was like her parents. That she inherited.
Who knows? Maybe the odometer stopped and somebody took a trip to the junkyard. $35 later, it had an extra dial.
85,000 miles.
Damn, son. Damn.
It's like
Legit.
God.
All right. So we got any more from the boys there?
Not from the Euros, but Gavin, if you want to jump over to Motoring United.
Yeah.
Over in MU, shout out to the MU fan. Tyler Tarbox commented.
Yeah. Sup, bitches?
He said it's a tie between the RS7 and a CTSV wagon.
+1 on the CTSV wagon.
I didn't say RS7 is Bay.
Eh.
So, and then Kevin Redbach, however you say his name.
Yeah.
He says a Fleetwood Brougham.
Oh, Fleetwood Brougham.
'Cause
Cadillac Brougham.
He says mostly daily driving for me is idling and going between 10 miles on the interstate.
Yeah.
Rolling couch wins every time.
Damn fucking straight.
Anything with button-tucked seating
Ooh.
Yeah.
and an FM radio that still has a physical dial you need to turn.
That's an FM too? Not
I mean,
just AM?
I would hope so.
I mean, when you're spending that kind of money for that kind of real estate.
I spent a whole $250. I want FM radio.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, also Kevin, happy belated birthday. His birthday was yesterday.
Oh, hey, rad.
So
Well, two
Happy birthday.
days from
2
now,
days ago, yes.
as the time you hear this.
Yeah.
Happy Birthmas.
Yep.
Yes.
So, and then I threw this in Drift, Utah because, why
Because,
wouldn't I?
Like you do.
Because I was just waiting to see a whole bunch of, idiots say, my 240 with the welded diff.
Well, I mean, you ain't as hardcore as the professor. I've daily driven welded diff cars for a long time.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm pretty sure people have done it longer. But still.
Well, I just want to remind some of these kids that you're going to get older and that welded diff, super stiff, static suspension is going to get real old real quick.
Which is why you keep it in the garage until you want to go out and do hoonigan shit.
Yeah, when you want to party.
And then you go buy yourself a stock SUV.
Yeah. So
What do the DU kids have to say?
Stuckamania comes in with the Justy, a gif of the Justy.
E-breaking in. Yeah.
Damn right.
That Justy is all that is man.
I want to drive it.
we all do.
That car, yeah, I think we all want to drive it,
Yeah.
actually. That car is goals.
Pumpkin comes in just out of fucking nowhere. The Hammerhead Eagle Eye Thrust.
Wow. Jeff!
Yes. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
One of the few times he's actually peed from laughing. Yep. So
I love it.
Let's see. Adorable sized Bobby Powell.
Hey, what up, Bobo?
Yep. If I lived where it was warm year round and I had a shit ton of money, and he posts a picture of an AMG GT.
Okay.
Attaboy.
That's fair. I can't argue with that.
Nope. Michael Johnson, first one to say a 240.
Probably the last one to say 240.
Yeah. And then Brandon Coon says, honestly, my wife's Wonderbread Pathfinder is pretty ideal as a daily.
That thing is actually pretty slick.
What year?
It's like a 2016.
So like the new ones.
It's a Pathfinder hybrid with
It-
a
it's-
supercharged four-cylinder.
What?
They put a twin screw on that.
On a hybrid?
Yeah. It's a twin-screwed 2.5. And it's got
Wait, a
some
2.5
go.
four-cylinder?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said
It's,
6-cylinder.
it's got some go. I'm impressed.
Interesting. This is
And
the
it's
kind that looks
efficient.
like a crossover.
Yes.
Because they didn't used to be that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roger.
Yeah, so he was a little disappointed at the choice at first, and then he drove it. And he's fairly well convinced. So
This is why I tell people to drive cars before talking shit.
Yeah. So then, let's see. Also put it up on Instagram, but I don't think anybody commented. Except for somebody wanting us to pay Gavin, but, I mean, we give him pizza and beverages and belly
You know what?
drinks.
I'm happy with that. Honestly, pizza, beverages, and the occasional T-shirt.
Yep.
if we're going to pay Gavin, we're going to want way more of like a...
An ROI.
I mean, the company's nice.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah.
I'll go with that.
I need to make some more videos.
Yeah.
We just need to do some more general shenaniganry with a camera in your
man.
hand.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
we just need to do scumbag shit. With
Yes.
guns.
yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
I'm good for scumbag shit.
oh, yeah. The delightful scumbag shit, like the Hoonigan Donut Garage stuff.
Yeah.
You know, not like, you know,
Not
The-
Paul Walker meets
not the
scumbag.
nefarious scumbag shit.
Our scumbag shit is cheeky and fun.
Yes, like Monty Python.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody suspects it. We do have an email.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is it Trent from Sandy?
No, it is
Mailbag
Luke
at
Rayer.
camautomag.com, by the
Yeah.
way, if you want to send us something.
Yeah, let us know how we're doing or
Yeah.
whatever. Has to cancel your subscription. Been a minute since we got one of those.
You should have just gotten one this afternoon.
I mean, we haven't, but so from Luke Dreyer, gentlemen, congrats on the 1-year anniversary ish.
Hey.
Thanks, Luke.
My thoughts of this year has been a very trying and challenging time, but focusing on the good aspects instead of the bad aspects has helped me out. Honestly, one of the best aspects of this year is listening to the podcast each week. I know you guys really don't need to do this, but, well, need is a really relative term. It has been a great way for me to forget life's problems with each and every episode. Thanks for all you guys have done, and as a thank you at the case of beer, he's got beer for us.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Boy.
Yeah, here's next year with being bigger and better. As usual, keep up the great work, and we'll see you around at the various car venues. Sincerely, Luke. Well, thank you,
Hey,
Luke.
That's
Luke.
awesome.
Yeah.
Luke is definitely a super fan.
Oh,
We
also,
should get him on the
super
show.
glad.
also shout out to a
Absolutely.
Luke. Late happy birthday for him.
Yeah.
Merry Birthmas, Luke.
Yeah. So, oh God, we only had 2 things on the goddamn agenda, and we completely just blew by one of them. The new Mercedes CLS and Mercedes
Oh,
coming
that
back.
fucking thing?
Yeah.
Did we like those things when they first came out? Because I thought they looked dumb as shit.
at
when
least
they first
liked
came out.
them. Okay. Well, I remember Tanner Faust did like a thing on his old show, and like when his review of it was like, yeah, it's like a 200 mile an hour like 2-door sedan thing, or no, it's a 4-door coupe is what it is.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't like
Like a
Tanner
d-
Faust, and I don't like anything he has an opinion about.
Oh
But I
well,
still like these cars.
like I liked the cars, and then like I saw the headlights on this new one, and I about puked in my mouth.
I thought the old one looked dumb as shit, and I don't like the way this one looks.
I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose it's acquired. I like the fact that it's got an inline 6. Mercedes
The
is bringing
inline 6
back
is
the
cool.
6.
I'm sure like many things are really cool about the cars. I mean, especially pertaining to the powertrain and the interior.
Right.
I mean, it's I'm sure I would love driving one or riding in one,
Yes.
so long as I never have to see the outside.
God forbid you drive by a glass building.
Gouge my eyes out.
Existence is pain.
Oh God, yeah.
That-
it's
yes.
just so.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I think that's a good-looking car.
Do you also like the old Fiat Multipla?
I do.
You fucker.
I can't wait till those are 25 years old. I'm going to import one of those fuckers.
God.
I would love to see you do that and then LS swap it. I think that would be like ultimate trolling goals.
Bitch, I might.
No, there is far better trolling being done with a Fiat Multipla. Let me fucking look
Like-
at that.
Are you
shit.
talking about
Like-
the
Top Gear challenge thing with the old people car.
Oh no, it is so much better. So much better.
I can't remember what they called that. The One Lap Heroes guys. What do they call it? Multi-lap. That's it.
Yeah.
They changed the letters around. Project Multi-lap.
Yeah, they have a Fiat Multipla that
funny.
they take on the fucking Nürburgring.
Yeah, and they do some cool little mods to it. Actually,
Yep. So, yeah, God, I just cannot. The rear end and tail lights look like they're off of a fucking Honda Odyssey.
I mean, yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's kind
I'll
of an
give you
issue.
that.
Which looks
The
like Marvin.
headlamps, the headlight surrounds look like they don't belong on the car at all, or anything in Mercedes line for that matter.
It looks like they were trying to play their greatest hits, and it just didn't work. Like I see, like
I like the grill.
the okay. I mean,
Because it looks like every other Mercedes.
Yeah,
the headlights would be cool, but I don't like them on this thing. It looks like they're just
definitely.
jammed in there.
They should have taken the AMG GT headlights and put them on.
Yeah,
That would
like,
have been way better.
God, and with that big ass, those wheels, like those have got to be 20s. Those look so tiny. God, Gavin damn near takes a header, leaning over.
Don't hurt yourself.
Into the cheesy bread.
Oh dear God.
No, not the cheesy bread.
Yeah. So
I mean, I can see what they're doing with like the taillights. They're trying to like match the headlights, which also don't fucking belong. It doesn't work. Just none of that works.
but it's going to sell like gangbusters because
Of course.
that's just how it is.
Because of that one thing, the front, surrounded by all those little dots.
Because fuck us.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I think it's cool.
Well, whatever.
Sit on this, Dave.
All right,
Plot twist.
All
Something will poke you back.
all right, guys.
Ooh.
All right, guys.
Giggity.
Put the guns down. Jesus Christ.
Right.
So
Bro, is that a Cobb shift knob on a multipla?
it's like an eight
Eight
ball.
ball.
Oh, it is an 8-ball.
It's an 8-ball
Yeah.
shift knob.
And like a Momo wood grain steering wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not following One Lap Heroes on YouTube, go
I don't think I
subscribe to them.
You
It's
absolutely
fucking
should.
great.
It is amazing.
Yeah, a few years ago they had the viral video of Ring Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. Where,
That sounds familiar.
yeah, like, so see this dude here who's driving the Fiat with the giant beard?
Big ass beard, yeah.
Yeah, he also had like longer hair back, and he wore a white shirt, and they did a laps, and I think in S2000.
I think you're right.
Oh, yes, I did
Because
see
he was
that.
in like sandals and a
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then they like redid the video after that S2000 got a K24.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Right?
What's
I'm
the
in.
reason for going to a K24
Um.
for something like
Power
that?
potential.
Yeah. The F series. I mean,
I mean, the F series takes boost like a motherfucker, though. Doesn't
it can, but it's like an LS7 can take boost like a motherfucker, but those cylinder walls are real thin. So suddenly,
The F series is a very finicky motor. The K just takes its pounding.
yeah.
yeah. Because I was under the impression that the F series was like super robust with
I mean,
like the carbon line
They
cylinder
make
walls. And
they
shit.
make good power, but they're so high strung out the door.
Yeah.
It's
that
real.
You have to really put them spot on in order to make power.
Yeah,
Huh.
like it's real touch and go. Like a lot of those guys with like crazy big turbo, big power F series. it's
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, no, like this thing has got got some serious dart and sleeves in there, and it's like we're,
And then to also just go ahead and throw this on the fire, the biggest you can get an F series is a 2.2 liter, and I'm fairly certain you can't punch them out any further.
you can punch it out to a 2.3. Field did that.
Okay.
They did some Field Japan did some crazy ass
Well, I mean, the second gen S2000, the AP2 was a 2.2.
Right,
Yeah.
but that was only for North American market. The rest of the world stayed with a 2 liter.
yeah.
And did those also rev to 9K?
The 2.2 did not.
I know.
They shut us down at like
8.
22 or 82 or
85
70.
or something.
I think there was about 1,000 horsepower or 1,000 RPM different.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but I mean,
no, our two liters rev to 9K. and
I know, but did the worldwide 2 liters?
everybody
Yeah,
else's
everybody else
AP2 got 9K
yeah,
because they were still a 2 liter.
yeah.
Right.
They refreshed the F20C and kept using it.
Gotcha.
Where we got a torquier motor with a slightly lower RPM.
Right.
Yeah. Well, what Feel or I think Twin Cam Japan or some shit, whatever they're called. We know them as Feel. they were doing some crazy like S2000 shootout, and everybody was doing like a turbo motor or like some crazy high-strung NA car. Mm-hmm. They're like, fuck it. They punched it out to 2.3 and just put it on the bottle.
I mean, you could do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just spray the shit out of it.
Yeah,
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, 2.3, and then throttles, and then two things pointing at each trumpet.
Yeah.
So,
which is pretty good way to achieve maximum atomization. But
it was fun.
But, and another thing for the K series though is you can get it in a 2-liter and a 2.4.
Yeah, we were actually,
and you can punch them out to like 2.6, 2.7.
Yeah, you can get them pretty big.
You can get them up there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even me and Gavin were talking about this before you showed up
Uh-huh.
because back in the day, Honda stuff, it was like the K series head you wanted was like either the K20A head or the A2 head.
Right. The one that actually had IV tech on both cams.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of AP3 guys were ditching that garbage A3 head.
Mm-hmm. Get an RSX head.
Yep.
Had to be off of Type S though, because the base RSX got the same motor.
Yep.
So
yeah, and even some like TSX dudes, they were going with a K20A head.
Mm-hmm.
Better flow, better valve train, all the good stuff that you wanted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there were lots of little nuggets in the factory lineup.
Yeah, I mean
that was interchangeable. It was nice.
Yeah, that was a great thing with Hondas back in the day. You didn't have to go real crazy to build something pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Like my B20 VTEC.
Yeah.
I had a stock B20 B4 bottom end and a stock B16A head from an automatic JDM import car.
Yeah.
So I had the smallest B16 cams, but even on that 2-liter, I had great low-end torque, and it would pull fairly decently up in the rev range.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, with my LS, I was just a phone call from, to Golden Eagle away from having their LS VTEC kit.
Exactly.
And then all I needed was just, a B-Series VTEC head, and then...
that's basically what I had was just a copy of the Golden Eagle LS VTEC kit.
Yeah. That was great stuff back in the day. And then with the single cam stuff, the Mini-Me VTECs.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
I still have a little Hero OE parts single cam I want to build.
Same here.
A lot of people don't know that the D16Ys that were in the EKs and EMs, those motors share the same design of the rotating assembly as the D17 in the EM2 and EM3 cars. Now, what's cool is you could get a dedicated CNG car. Well, you can get a CNG car all the way back to, I think, EGs here in the U.S. But the D17A9 or D17A7 was the Civic GX, the natural gas one. And it was 12.7 to 1 compression stock because it was, only running on natural gas. And that whole rotating assembly bolts into a D16Y block. So you go grab a base model D16Y7.
Yeah.
Throw the D17 high compression shit in it. Then you get a 3-stage VTEC head from a Canadian HX. Have a Bisimoto custom grind in that bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
Throw a turbo on it with some corn. Man, that's a 280, 300 horsepower single cam with stock parts. And you could probably still rip off 50 to the gallon.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Fucking Hondas, man. I love it.
Oh, God, I miss that stuff. So...
I'll build another one.
I will. I'll get me back into a B-Series car.
Yeah.
God damn.
We'll be those guys. Rolling deep in OBD1 Integras.
Be the old dudes just showing up.
I actually really want another super clean DA.
Dude, I need another DC4 or DC2.
I had an automatic LSDA that I basically bought for a girl.
Yeah.
And she ended up getting a DUI in it and getting it impounded, and I never saw it again. But that was a nice car. I will own a DA again. I will own a DC again.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I loved my DC4.
Oh, dude, I need another DC.
Yeah.
That's...
And Gavin's over here looking so confused that we're over here getting misty about old shitty front-wheel drive cars.
No, Gavin's getting bored with us and then watching the multi-lap on One Lap Heroes.
I don't know what's more boring for him.
I'm finding this more interesting.
That's fine.
Okay.
You'll learn.
That's nice, dear.
I used to be with it, and they changed what it was, and now what's it is weird and scary to me.
Get off my lawn.
Yes.
It'll happen to you
Tonight.
Shut it with the fireworks.
man. Well,
Wow.
Fucking
yeah, so
fireworks.
we've gone down memory lane long enough.
Indeed.
You know,
Well, do we want to talk about what our favorite daily drivers are? Or
yeah,
our
let's do-
ideal daily, sorry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and slap some of that around.
go ahead and do that.
Gav, you were pretty gung-ho about it before we shut you down, so
Yeah, before we decided to
go
continue
ahead,
on.
go ahead and relight this dumpster fire.
Well,
throw
if
the-
I was to die alone, if it was just me in my life, 991.2 turbo.
This is
S.
basically saying that your girlfriend won't let you have one now.
I mean, she would totally love to have one, but I would feel like I would need an RS7.
What Gavin was saying that if it was just me alone in life, he slowly turned and looked at the TV like a cowboy grandpa just looking out the window at Thanksgiving.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Just that kind of longing for the past and the open range of his youth. Back when it was just him and his horse. The world was out there before him.
So,
That
anyway,
that was spiraling downward into a deep, dark abyss of feels.
you weren't that far off, though.
Dear diary.
I mean,
Just kidding. I love my girlfriend. She's
yeah.
great.
Well, Dave, did we ever get to the end of that All Fantasy podcast where they drafted a sandwich?
Yes.
Clarence. We'll have to listen to that episode because it's just
Yeah, you have to hear the whole episode to understand some of this shit.
because they're just trying to describe like
These all fantasy everything guys, they are amazing.
Are they talking about like fantasy sandwiches? Or
They're-
like,
no, so-
They
so,
take
like-
draft picks of
Like a-
of things. Like in this particular episode, it was draft picks of ingredients to make the perfect sandwich.
yeah,
so basically what I
ideal
just said,
sandwich.
yes.
sort of yeah. Like so they were drafting a sandwich. So they had to do like bread, a meat, cheese, a condiment, a
Yeah.
wild card.
Okay.
And David Bory made the Ellen Cleghorn, which is it was a waffle, ricotta cheese, chicken fried steak, just a whisper, just a hint of a whisper of apple butter.
Like a
And
hint of a whisper. We're talking like you feed this horse the skin of an apple, and you let it digest, and you run him around the hay a whole bunch, right? And then he farts, and you take the essence of that fart,
Not the whole fart, but the essence of
just
the
the
fart.
essence of the fart,
Okay.
and you just breathe it on top of a wisp of butter.
Or you're gonna take some apples, and you're gonna throw them in a bag, along with some yeast. You're gonna make some pruno. You're gonna throw that behind the toilet, let it ferment for a few weeks, and you're gonna pull it out. And you're gonna drink it. You're gonna get drunk. That's what you got to do. And then you pass out. You fall asleep, and you wake up and you throw up. And that breath, that taste, like that's how much apple.
The breath.
Like that's how much apple butter.
Okay.
Yeah, and also a slice of pastrami. But no, so how me and Dave kind of went off on those little mini tangents about like describing how little apple butter. Emmy-nominated television writer Ian Carmel.
Thank you, Ian Carmel.
Thank you, Ian.
He went
For
off.
the entertainment.
He went off on this just.
God, he went off on like 4 of them on that episode.
But the Clarence the horse one, that was just the best.
Not Clarence. Oh,
Just
no, Daddy. He's my horse. I'll take care of him.
that's how much apple butter.
That's how much. Thank
So-
you, Ian Carmel.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and listen to that one because that's a glorious
It
episode.
is a great one.
But yeah. Where the hell that went from? I got lost. I'm sorry.
Oh, we were talking
Talking about
all
best
fantasy
dailies.
everything.
Fantasy Daily.
Oh yeah, no. And Gavin looked at the TV longingly, like a cowboy longing for the pastures of his youth.
Right.
And it reminded us of the story of Clarence
Yeah.
and the apple butter.
All right. So
Okay, this
991
has come full circle.
So
We have
not-
grabbed the other end of the tangent.
So a 991.2 turbo if you're convinced that you're going to die alone, or an RS7 if you
Stage 2 RS7.
if you found someone to hitch your wagon to.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Duly noted.
Tight. I like it.
Good thing I'm dating someone in the healthcare industry.
Hey!
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Which means she knows how to kill you and people won't find out.
How to kill me, make it look like an accident? Yeah.
Gavin, have you ever heard of an
No,
angel
how-
of death?
How to kill you and make it look genetic
Oh,
is pretty
fuck.
much where she's at.
Ugh.
Don't worry, they're going to slip up at some point in their spree.
Indeed.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Dave, what is your...
Oh, shit. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and get the rowdy one out of the gate right at it. Just going to go ahead and beat it out of the park.
Okay.
C6 ZR1.
Attaboy.
C6?
C6 ZR1.
That's C7?
Not a C7. Not really a big fan of the C7. It's I don't know. It depends on the day. But overall, the average is I don't really like it. C6 is definitely that I'd fucks with that. Like that's my booty of choice. Especially ZR1. Yes, I said Z.
You're not Australian!
It doesn't matter. I'm not from anywhere outside of North America where they say Z. It's beside the point. I called it a C6 ZR1. Bitches. But if I was going to be more practical, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and disappoint everybody, I really like the latest generation of Subaru Legacy.
Okay.
I think it's a good-looking car.
They've gotten better for
The
sure.
2017 refresh of this current chassis, I think, is a beautiful car. Specifically the 3.6R.
I was going to say it has to be a 3.6.
It has to be a 3.6R.
But those are still made it to CVT.
Yeah, but the nice thing about those is you can slap it over into sport mode, and then you have 6 different gear ratios to choose from.
Gear ratios.
Quote, end quote. Air quotes. Air quotes. They're not real gears! Anywho. Which means it's a programmer away from being whatever fucking gear you want it to be.
That's true.
Think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you somebody's going to hack a Cobb access port and
my
make
God,
their
yeah.
Legacy 3.6R have like 11 gear ratios.
The Haxus
And they're
port.
all hella short. They're just like,
Yeah.
bah, 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 bah.
Bop, bop. We call it F&F mode.
And then there's your quarter mile.
Yeah, exactly.
11 gears and a quarter mile.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go ahead and pop it into 12, and then suddenly it's overdrive.
Whoa.
Yeah. You're like, I just beat you, and I'm going to save fuel.
Now it's like 100 miles an hour at
But I mean, that's-
2,500 RPM.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, that's what's cool though. Is it's a car that if I wake up with a headache or I'm just like fuck the world, right, and I have to
Yeah.
go sit in traffic for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I get in it, I push the start button, I slap it into D,
Yeah.
and I turn on some soft jazz.
You know what you could also do that in?
What's that?
An RS7.
Yeah, but I don't like RS7s.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's okay. You can have one.
Okay. Thanks. I'm glad I got your approval.
You're welcome.
Lovely.
Now you're gonna mow the lawn later, right?
After you get off it.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. That's okay.
Got you, fam.
Point on the wall for P car.
Attaboy.
But yeah, so if I wanted to be super amazingly mundane, latest generation 3.6R Legacy.
Not bad. I mean, there's still 260 horse. And
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, and they make cool noises.
Yeah.
You pull the resonators off of that bad boy and you still leave the
okay.
suitcase muffler, they make good noises.
just say my mom's Outback has that motor and it doesn't sound good. But
Oh, well.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
There must
pull
be
the
something
resonators.
different about the Legacy versus the Outback. Or what year's your mom's Outback?
Oh, 12?
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's why. That's why.
Has the 3.6 changed?
No, but the exhaust has. By a lot. Yeah, 2012 's still the prior body style.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
is.
honestly one of my least favorite body styles of the Legacy.
Same.
Still a great car. I like the interior somewhat in those, but the exterior
the
of the car, I
infotainment
don't
is
like.
trash.
Yes, agreed. I agree.
Absolute trash.
Definitely. But, yeah, so there we go. C6 ZR1 and a last gen 3.6R
How
Legacy.
polar of your choices.
Well, I'm the professor.
Yeah.
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 I got to school you bastards, and then I got to go drive home.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, Mike.
All right. Well, I mean,
He's going to trump us all and say like G1500 Vandura or some garbage.
Or like
Well-
an Acura TSX.
Well, seeing as how God willing that is going to be my new daily, I mean,
I would call that a wild card for you. We'll give you the pass on that. Nod to the good TSX. Moving forth.
moving on. If I have to be kind of,
You
So-
can be extravagant here. It's okay.
well, yeah, and also, like, this is the daily, so, like, it still needs to, like, work. Like, it
Yeah.
still needs to car. I don't need, like, it needs to be something that if something's wrong, I can just figure it out. Or I can take it someplace and hopefully not get super gouged.
So new enough
Okay.
to not suck, but not too new that you have to use computers to retract the brake calipers.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Something where
This is the point he's currently in.
Right. Right.
Yep. So
Something you could put Mexican blanket on the seats and not feel bad about.
So anything.
I like it. Pointing the board for the fearless leader.
Damn right. I know what I'm about.
You know which end is up, and you're convinced. You're convinced to drive that direction.
As the crow flies. Maybe going out to sea to die, but whatever. We're going that way.
Indeed.
Yup. No.
What about could I interest you in a 1999 Fiat Multipla?
I mean,
With the 1.6?
as long as I can performante the video.
I'm in.
Going. Oh, overtakes.
No, I would want... So, if I'm being kind of extravagant and kind of out there and, I want to be, like, aspirational, but not, out of my fucking mind.
So not like me. Okay.
Yeah, not like you. So, I mean, not in my hypothetical world. There, I'm still firmly grounded in the reality that I'm in.
That's fair.
So, yeah, like a later LS, Lexus LS.
400.
Okay, like a 400 or 430?
430.
430, okay. So
Yeah.
you're talking like UCF 30 stees.
Yeah,
Like, okay.
yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Those are nice cars.
yeah.
I remember seeing one at Larry Miller Lexus of Linden back in 2003. I think it was the last year of the UCF 30. And there was they had one in that seafoam green with that really nice caramel interior.
Yeah. See, I would
And it
want
had the presidential package. So it had like the automatic
The curtain.
privacy stuff
Yeah.
and the curtains. And,
Yeah.
and it
There
had
we
the
go.
heated and cooled cup holders.
I was just
I
kinda
think-
Heated
balling
and
out.
cool cup
I
holders.
think that's what it was. I think that was that car.
Did it
I
have
might
cooled
be wrong
seats
on
yet?
that one. I would imagine it had heated and cooled seats, but I know that the rear seat was adjustable.
so you could lean back.
You could
As-
basically
Yeah.
lazy boy that
The
car.
Outback,
Prophet
the
Fat Joe
like from
said,
2012
lean back.
and up, the Outback rear seats can recline back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. So UCF 30 Lexus.
Yeah.
All right. All
You know,
right.
something
Still
kinda-
makes the good noises, and
It's baller enough to impress the folks,
Sure.
I mean,
but it's also a fucking Toyota.
Yeah, that's
It'll
fair.
work.
it does. It does.
Yeah.
Now just remember, the UZ series is not a real V8.
I don't care. I'm not arguing for or against that. That's
Okay.
not where
Okay, you just want the car.
I just want the car.
I like
it. I just want the modern couch. Okay.
Just as long as we're on the same page.
In the words of Kevin Reebok, what did he say exactly?
I don't know.
Oh,
You're looking
something
at
about a
Yom
couch
like
on something about a couch on wheels.
yes. Couch on wheels takes the day.
That fucking
Indeed.
Fleetwood program.
Yes.
That thing.
Yes.
But if I'm firmly dealing in reality, just like super basic and boring, it's gonna be like a fucking Accord.
newer, older.
Yeah, newer.
Okay.
I mean, you
like-
can make the newer 2013s and stuff, make them like pretty like fun to drive.
Yeah, I mean, newer 4-cylinder. Don't need the V6 problems.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah,
Did those come with problems?
the V6s.
Yeah.
They had their own unique issues.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the K24 is still like really good.
Yeah, it's a fucking bulletproof motor.
Yeah.
We have found the limits of it. So we have identified all the issues. But yeah, I mean, it's an Accord. it is a Honda. It is the car you tell your non-car person in your life.
Go buy it.
Like, I need to get a daily driver. I need something reliable. What should I get?
Honda.
You're either saying there are two... as Joey said to me today,
Yes is brilliant.
he's like, there are two daily drivers. The Camry and the Accord.
It's true, because I see so many of both on the freeway every day.
Yeah.
I drive over 100 miles round trip in my commute, and
Yeah.
I see so many of these cars on a daily
I don't
basis.
envy you, by the way.
Yeah, well, it's coming. It's working for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, those are... Like, yeah, the Camry, the Accord, those are two cars that just work. They do the car thing. Like,
I mean,
it
they've
is-
been the most popular cars in America for the last, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, like...
I mean,
And-
the
and I
Taurus
believe-
beforehand was the most popular car in America for
Right.
a long
Yeah.
fucking time. That was like 20 years or something, right?
Right. Well, they ran the first 4 generations for 26 years.
Yeah.
And it was number one for at least 20 of those years.
I had to be close.
Yeah.
It was up there.
I
mean-
don't know exactly, but I mean, yeah, you got to think though. They're just good cars.
Yeah.
And anymore, I believe the Camry and the Accord are built here on American soil.
Yeah. Like,
Aren't they
Yeah.
built in Georgia or something like
I
that?
think the Toyota's built in Georgia, and I think the Accord's built in Ohio.
Okay, perfect.
Well,
See,
you know
so
where your Subaru's going to be built?
American jobs.
Indiana.
Oh, really?
Good old
Yeah.
state. That's where my car's built.
Yeah.
Really?
That's where my mom's car's built.
Yeah, I think...
That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
There's a
lot-
sticker on the window that says it.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I think it is, like, Texas, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Georgia.
Georgia's big
Carolina.
for Mercedes.
Yeah, like South Carolina,
Yeah.
like...
I think that the South and Southeast have
Yeah.
In the
been
Midwest.
kind of popping up for that kind of stuff the
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
few years.
Yeah,
Jobs are jobs, man.
That's it.
exactly. Yeah. So that is just, your American car, like that car that your dad or your crazy uncle is very angry about you getting, saying it's a hunk of Jap crap and, took our jobs, why don't you buy something American? Well, the American car is probably put together in Canada. And the Jap car is probably put together.
Or in the case
and
of
they're
my...
also sourced from Mexico.
well, I was going to
so-
say, in the case of my Dodge, it's got a 3 in the VIN number.
Yeah.
It was put together on a Thursday, post-siesta.
Man. So, yeah, what an age we live in.
Indeed.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Indeed. The cars you think aren't built here
Yep.
aren't built in our own backyard.
yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I dig it. My
I'm
Golf
for
was
it.
built in Pennsylvania.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's more American than most of the American cars of that same time.
Funny.
Yeah.
So
So,
there's that.
yeah, man.
It's more American
Yeah.
than most Americans.
Ho-ho.
Touche.
So, anyway, there you have it, folks. I think it's
So-
time. So,
This is as good a place as any to go ahead and wrap it out.
yeah, man.
I think we
So-
did pretty well for ourselves.
Yeah.
We've managed to fill it together
Yeah.
with a lot of rambling
Get
and
filled in.
bullshit.
Yep. That's what we've done.
Now, if only UDOT can start filling in those potholes like we just filled in that time stretch.
I mean,
Ooh.
baby steps. Baby steps. So, yeah, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Camcast.
This
We
has been
appreciate-
a semi-special one.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be more special next week when we have Pizza Dad here.
Yeah.
And we're drinking out of the fancy glasses.
Yay!
Yes.
And we have a bigger table.
Yay!
Yep. Oh, dear God.
That was me.
Wow, we peaked the shit.
You're welcome.
Our bad.
Sorry.
Rip headphone users.
Yeah. So, thank you for joining us. Please continue to follow us on our social media, or follow us if you aren't already. We're at CamAutomag on everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can also mail us mailbag at camautomag.com.
Yeah. Keep checking out our YouTube page. We got some oldies but goodies in there. We're going to have probably some new stuff in there at some point.
Oh, yeah. And we have an article on the way.
Yes.
En route.
Gavin is stepping up to the plate.
I went and did a thing.
You went and did a thing.
I didn't buy a thing, but I did a thing.
Yes.
You went and rented one for the day. We'll say that.
Borrowed.
Yeah.
There we go. That works. So,
Yeah. You
Don't worry, I asked.
You had to
Yeah.
give somebody a hand
I had
job.
consent. I had the owner knows that I had the car.
yeah. So, yeah, so look for that. He ain't Hemingway, but it's something.
Yeah,
That's okay. We'll see if he's as good with words as he is with a camera.
probably not.
Yeah, whatever.
Ah,
Well, got to diversify somehow.
indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah, keep checking camautomag.com for all sorts of fun, interesting content. And, yeah. So support our house band, Methuselah Worm. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Bandcamp.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, and support our new sponsor, Steady Broke.
Steady Broke.
Yeah, head over to Steady Broke. Use the discount code CAMAUTO15. They'll get you 15% off your entire order.
So you don't stay steady broke. You can save that 15%.
Put that towards some ramen.
That's it.
There you go.
That 15%. That could feed you for a week.
Yeah.
There you go.
Living that college life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That broke life.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. All right, folks. Well, until next week, I have been Dear Leader Uncle Radical Mike.
I've been the professor.
There we go.
And I've been P-Car.
All right.
Okay, kids.
Now we do the fade out thing.
Catch you on the black side.
Yup.
On
Hey,
the
did you
black
guys know-
side? Is that what you said?
The backside.
Oh.
Did you guys know that the city of Austin, Texas will waive your parking tickets if you don't drive home drunk?
Whoa.